So if you're a Bangladeshi business owner with your eyes on the global stage, there's one market that's probably on your radar: Brazil. It's a powerhouse, right? But it can feel, well, a little intimidating. In this explainer, we're going to give you the key to unlock this massive opportunity. We're going to crack the code and turn what seems really complex into your next big win. Let's jump right in.
First things first, let's talk numbers. Just how big is this opportunity we're talking about? Well, the two-way trade between Brazil and Bangladesh is already worth a whopping $2 billion a year. This isn't some tiny niche market. We're talking about a huge, active economic highway, and the traffic is picking up speed. And get this, the momentum is absolutely on your side. In just the last fiscal year, exports from Bangladesh to Brazil rocketed up by 26%. Now, that's not just a number on a chart. That's proof. It tells you that Brazilian consumers are hungry for Bangladeshi products. The demand is there, and it is growing fast. Okay, but whenever an opportunity looks this good, you have to ask the question, right? What's the catch? Because a market this valuable is never going to be a simple walk in the park. And you'd be right to be cautious. There are definitely some real hurdles to clear. Well, that catch actually has a name: Custo Brazil. It literally means the Brazil cost. It's this infamous cocktail of high operational costs, incredibly complex taxes, and all sorts of bureaucratic red tape that can honestly intimidate even the most seasoned exporters. This is the big challenge, and it's the puzzle we're here to solve today. So let's be super clear. Even with the Brazil cost, this remains a billion-dollar opportunity. Navigating these challenges is absolutely worth the effort, because the potential reward is just too big to pass up. All right, so what's the secret? What's the key that unlocks all of this? It boils down to one thing: a local distributor. And I want to stress this. This isn't just a helpful suggestion. In Brazil, having the right local partner is your secret weapon. It is absolutely essential. Seriously, think of them as your Brazil cost problem solver. Brazil is a massive country, almost a continent, with huge regional differences. Your partner navigates that for you. The Portuguese language barrier, not a problem for them. The ridiculously complex logistics and all the different state taxes, that's their day job. They've already got the relationships with local retailers. And this is a big one, if you ever want to sell to the Brazilian government, you are legally required to go through a local company. They are your essential boots on the ground, period. Okay, let's talk about the bureaucracy. The part that scares everyone off. But what if we could turn that mountain of paperwork into a simple, manageable checklist? That's exactly what we're going to do. I want you to think of this as your three-step entry pass. It's really that simple. Step 1, you need a licensed importer. You can't just ship goods and clear them yourself. Only a Brazilian company with a special permit called a radar can do that. That company is your distributor. Step 2, if you're selling anything health-related, like pharmaceuticals or cosmetics, it needs to be registered with their health agency, Anvisa. And Step 3, master the label. All your product info has to be in Portuguese, and you have to use the metric system. See? When you break it down, it's not so scary. Now let's talk money and paperwork. You have to be prepared for high import tariffs and internal taxes. Your distributor will handle the payments, but you have to factor these into your pricing from the start. Your paperwork, commercial invoices, packing lists, it all has to be perfect and often translated. And here's a crucial point. You can't ship DDP or deliver duty paid. Why? Because as we said, only a Brazilian company can legally be the importer of record. So the bottom line is you have to work hand in hand with your distributor to set a price that's still competitive after all these costs are piled on. All right, so we've established why a partner is completely non-negotiable. Now for the million-dollar question. Where do you actually find the right one? Let's get practical. You've actually got a whole toolbox for this. Going to a trade fair in a major city like Sao Paulo is fantastic. There's nothing like shaking hands and meeting people face-to-face. You should also tap into trade networks and chambers of commerce. Don't forget online B2B platforms like B2 Brazil, and even LinkedIn can be powerful. You can also reach out to Brazilian industry associations for their member lists. The goal here is to cast a really wide net at first to get a great list of potential partners. And hey, for all you Bangladeshi exporters watching this, I've got a golden nugget for you. You need to know about the Brazil-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or the BBCII. Their entire reason for existing is to build these bridges. They even host specific events, like the Made in Bangladesh 2025 Expo in Sao Paulo. I mean, that's a room full of importers who are actively looking for products just like yours. Okay, so you've got your list of potential partners. Now comes the really important part, vetting them. You have to do your homework. Check their references, check their financial stability, and ask the tough questions. Do they actually cover the regions you want to target? And here's a subtle one. Do they seem genuinely interested in your product, or are you just another name on a list? I always recommend starting with a smaller trial order to test the waters before you lock into a long-term exclusive contract.
So you found them, your perfect partner. Fantastic! Now it's time to build a totally watertight agreement that protects your interests and sets you both up for a win-win situation.
Okay, listen up, because this next part is really important from a legal standpoint. You need to know if your partner is a distributor or a commercial agent. A distributor buys your product and then resells it. That relationship is governed by general contract law, which gives you more flexibility. But a commercial agent, they work on commission. And in Brazil, they are protected by a very specific law that has strict rules, especially about how and when you can end the contract. You have to know which one you're signing up for. It makes a huge difference.
When you're drafting that agreement, there are a few things that have to be absolutely crystal clear. First, the basics. Define the sales territory and whether it's an exclusive deal. Set clear minimum sales targets. Spell out who's responsible for marketing and who pays for it. Nail down the payment terms, currency, methods, everything. And this one's huge. Protect your brand. State clearly that you own all the intellectual property and trademarks. And finally, have a clear exit plan. Define exactly how the partnership can be terminated by either side. Getting this all right at the beginning will save you a world of headaches down the road.
But look, a signed contract, that's just the starting line. The real success, the long-term success, comes from turning that piece of paper into a genuine collaborative partnership.
And to really understand what I mean, listen to this piece of advice from people who've done it. In Brazil, personal rapport is considered more important than the business proposal itself. Let that sink in. The relationship, the human connection, that's the engine of the business.
So how do you do it? You have to invest your time, build that personal trust. Don't just ship products. Support your distributor. Give them training, marketing materials. Help them win so you win. Keep the lines of communication wide open. Be responsive. And monitor performance together, as a team, solving problems collaboratively. You have to think of them not as a client, but as a true extension of your own company.
So, what's the bottom line here? It's this. Brazil is a land of absolutely immense opportunity. But, and this is the big but, it is not a market you can conquer alone. Your entire success, from getting through customs to getting into the hands of customers, hinges on one single thing: finding, vetting, and nurturing the right local partnership.
Look, that $2 billion market isn't a fantasy. It's real. That 26% growth in demand is happening right now. Your multi-billion-dollar opportunity is right there, waiting. So the only question left is your business ready to build the partnership that's going to unlock it?